Hi guys, I'm Wayne and welcome to my video for the ThermaRest Vela down blanket. Recently, and it seems that as soon as the sun starts to shine and the temperatures start to rise, my sleeping bag just becomes almost defunct. What I mean by that is, you know, throughout the winter it's fine. I've got a good sleeping mat. It's fine throughout the winter. But as soon as spring comes, it's just too warm. So the sleeping bag itself comes in a stuff sack. This stuff sack. Okay, so it doesn't come in a compressible sack. But, you know, I've got those knocking about from old sleeping bags, so it does compress down really, really small. It also comes, for the sake of this review, in a storage sack, like so. And as you guys are probably aware, they say it's better to store these when it's not being used in a uncompressed fashion. It just prolongs the life of the down. So you put it in this sack, which is kind of yay big. Put it in that so it kind of semi-lofts, and then you just hang it up in a closet or whatever. So let's have a first look at this down quilt then. And first impressions are, it's like a premium sleeping bag. It's got the feel of, you know, a really high value sleeping bag. It weighs about 1 kilogram, but like most things, when it's out of its stuff sack and it's lofting like this and full of air, it doesn't feel like that at all. It feels really light. It's 650 fill, premium down. So, you know, it's going to be quite warm. And there are a couple of key features to this particular one. You'll see up the sides, which is quite important, down-filled draft tubes which go up the length of the quilt, and it's got one on the outer edge as well. So what those are for is, if you get cold in the night, you just tuck it underneath your sleeping mat just to keep the warm air in, stop it from escaping. And conversely, I guess, if you get too warm, then you just open it up a little bit. The head end has got a draft tube that kind of continues around the neck area, again just to keep some of that warm air in, and it's elasticated as well just for comfort. So it feels quite nice up there. It's got the horizontal box baffle construction as well, and the foot end, just move that out of the way, the foot end down here again has got draft tubes going along the bottom which fold underneath the sleeping mat, and again they're elasticated to keep that fitting underneath your sleeping mat. Of course, if you get too warm, then you just loosen it off and let some of the warm air out. It gives you that kind of flexibility. What you'll also notice along the edge of the quilt itself is these 8 tabs. They're press studded, and they're quite strong press studs. They're not going to come undone unless you want to undo them. There's 8 of those, 4 along each side of the quilt, and what they're for is to attach around the tabs of either a universal sheet that goes over your sleep mat for a kind of temporary measure, or if you want something a little bit more permanent, you can get a kit that's kind of a sticky tab that sticks to your sleeping mat. And again, these tabs go around those loops. That's a little bit more permanent. I've opted for the universal sheet, which I'm going to show you in a second, and that's just to give me a little bit of flexibility as to which mat I end up taking out with me. It means that I'm not tied to one specific sleeping mat, so I like that flexibility of it. This is the universal sheet. You can see how it packs up. It packs up to next to nothing. Let me take it out of the stuff sack that it comes in. So that's the stuff sack. I'll just put that to one side. Now this is an optional extra. It doesn't come with the quilt. There are a couple of options, and you can see kind of how it works. There's a foot end, which is this. Also a head end, which is elasticated, and it's got these pull cords as well, so you can get it in reasonably tight to your sleeping mat. And then there's a strap that goes through the middle area. It's just a claspy strap like that. It just keeps it, you know, all in place. And then what it's got is, it's got these little tabs that you can see there. So the sheet is upwards facing, and it's got 8 tabs along the whole body of the sheet. So this is the foot end, and obviously the foot goes around the foot of the sleeping mat, and then up we go. And then this strap that comes up about halfway, that just gets passed around the back of your sleeping mat. Just keeps it in one place, stops it moving about too much in the night. And then further on up, this head end snugly fits over your sleeping mat like so. So you can see that this is one of the tabs that we were talking about, that's on the universal sheet, and this press-studded tab that's on the quilt just kind of hooks through that, and then these strong press studs just clasp it together. And then what you do is you tuck this underneath your universal sheet if you're cold enough, and you know, that's how you'd remain. However, in the night, if you were to get warmer, or it was a warm night to begin with, you might not do these up, you might undo them, you know, and just let it be loose, you know, to regulate your temperature as the night goes by. So again, it's giving you options. But in the pocket that you see up here, which is quite handy for your mobile phone or whatever, it comes with these sticky tabs as well. And what these do is, gives you another option. It's a little bit more, this is more of the kind of semi-permanent option, if you like. And what these are is, they're Velcro strips with a peel back on them, as you can see there. And basically you peel that back and you stick this to your mat, and then there's the tab there that you might be able to see. So there's the tab. The tab on your down quilt would just pass through that tab on the Velcro strip there and attach it that way. So it's a little bit more of a kind of semi-permanent way of doing it. So yeah, I'm going to zip up and you know, see how this quilt performs throughout the night, and then I'll let you know in the morning. So I had a great night's sleep last night. I was plenty warm enough. I certainly didn't wake up because I was cold or because I was too warm, so I guess I was kind of, you know, loosening this off and tightening it up as the night went by. Yeah, I was tossing about, tossing and turning like I always do, and you know, didn't feel all kind of enclosed like I do when I'm in my sleeping bag. I think this is just a great option. It really is. I'm actually looking forward to the future with it, and you know, I'm looking forward to giving it a go when the temperatures start to drop again, just to see how low it will go. I mean, I tend to bring you know, mid layers and a down jacket as well for just when I'm around my tent of an evening, and I'd rather, I think, continue to bring that and use this rather than continue to bring my down jacket and bring a sleeping bag instead of this quilt. So I'm looking forward to finding out how low this will go. They also do a 4-season, I believe, so that might be a thought, just because of the freedom that this gives you. And the quilt, as you can see, the universal sheet stayed on the mat, you know, really well, so that was great. Didn't feel sweaty. And yeah, I'll get home and just drop this sheet in the wash, no problem, away you go. So yeah, I think it's a big thumbs up from me for this ThermaRest Vela down quilt. Thanks for watching this video. We enjoy making them. If you want to see more, then just subscribe to this channel, give us a thumbs up and comment. If you like, if you use, oh, there's a big wasp on top of my tent there. We'd like to thank ThermaRest and Cascade Designs for giving us this down quilt to review. If you want to see it online, then just click on the link below. If you use social media, then by all means join us at our Facebook group, which is Hiking and Camping for UK Adventurers. We also have an Instagram page and a Twitter feed, which is for adventurers. And we also have a website which is foradventurers.com, FOR adventurers.com. So by all means join us on any of those platforms.